very good evening. It's day 14th of February 2025 and you're most welcome to the NILE News Bulletin for this evening. My name is Mercy Idraru, the anchor for tonight, and without wasting any time, let's first take a look at the headlines making up the big stories for tonight.
Coming up in the news tonight, Adjumani Police investigates arson and obstruction case in Tianyu village. Leaders in Nebi district raise eyebrows over increasing cases of GBV. And public in Koboko urged to embrace education. More of these details will come in the NILE live at 7 p.m.
Welcome back from the headlines and moving straight to our stories. And to begin with Adjumani district, the police in Adjumani are investigating a case of assault, obstruction and arson which left over 15 huts burned down to ashes. This was revealed by Dragudu Ignatius, the police public relations officer for Northwest Nile region. While at the regional police headquarters yesterday, 13th February 2025. Okumo Dominic Anthony reports.
According to reports, a group of disgruntled people emerged from the bush and assaulted a police officer who was on duty at the crime scene, which led to discharge of bullets to disperse the crowd, who later decided to torch over 17 huts on the same contested land. Superintendent of Police Dragudu Ignatius, the police public relations officer for Northwest Nile region, gives more details on the incident.
The brief facts of the matter is it was alleged that on the 10th February 2025 at around 1600 hours, a team of officers attached to Adjumani Central Police Station, commanded by Detective IP Chakoni Victor, booked out Friday SD reference number 60 on the 8th Feb 2025 to Tianyu Central Village, Tianyu Parish, Adjumani District, to visit the scene of crime of cases of criminal trespasses and threatening violence by the SD reference number 42 on the 8th February 2020. That during the process of documenting the scene, a group of over 100 rowdy people led by one Aziga Benson emerged from the bush and started protesting the issue of documentation of the scene. That the officers tried engaging them in vain. Instead, they grabbed one of the complainant by name Aziga Peter, assaulted him, and a police officer robbed off his properties.
Dragudu said the protest led to discharge of bullets, with a stray bullet hitting one of the protesters who is currently receiving medical attention at Adjumani Hospital.
Some bullets were discharged in the air to calm the situation, and a process of one spray bullet hit one identified as Nyadro Innocent, male adult aged 16 years old, on the right leg. Immediately after police withdrawal, the scene group reorganized and torched 8 grass-thatched houses of the complainant and his relatives. Grass-thatched houses are also burned, making a total of 17 grass-thatched houses all burned by those over 100 rowdy people who emerged from the bush. In this incident, the police action the case of assault, arson, and obstruction of a police officer lawful duties was registered by the reference number 79 on the 10th February 2025, registered against the suspects. The scene visited by the district CID officer and a team of other officers. Some scene documented, statement recorded from the relevant witnesses. The victims of the spray bullet evacuated to Adjuman Hospital for medical attention.
He, however, advised the public to follow the right channels in addressing land-related disagreements, saying the police can only get involved when there is encroachment, attempted murder, or threatening violence.
But my humble advice to the general public is that if a complaint arose over land issue, for us police, we shall come in when you trespass in somebody's land, or you threaten to kill the other side of the complainant, or you want to burn somebody's house. But basically, the police, as police, we cannot solve land matters. The land issue will be best solved by the local council, grassroots level, LC1. If they fail, they have to come to the sub-county level, also the leadership of local councillors, sub-county level, in the LC3 chairperson's office.
Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
Welcome back from that story, and moving to Koboko district. The general public in the district are urged to embrace education, which is one of the pillars to socio-economic development, and this call comes during the 39th edition of the NILE. Let me order nangu teka kia anyanga nyeganya ateka nyayo fia abeda wati unafia lembo kuishisha mweshima
Kampala City EA. Gender-based violence is a significant concern in Uganda. The increasing cases in Kuchwini sub-county Nebi district is no exception. During a community dialogue organized by elders in Kuchwini sub-county Nebi district on the 13th February 2025, Agnes Ashibu, Nebi district woman member of parliament, said it is essential to raise awareness about the vice and its many forms, the impact it has on individuals, families and communities.
Gender-based violence is one of the things that is really destabilizing most of our families, especially in the district. And when we are talking about gender-based violence, there are many reasons. When we talk about financial empowerment, we see women during this regime are really financially empowered. And because of that, you find the men want to encroach onto the monies that are being worked for by these women, and they become very wise. Like when I talk about like the PDM that are being received by some of the women, some of these things have ended up even in breaking families, because the money that should have brought people together as a family, you find the person who receives it, either a husband or a wife, they tend to use them for personal gain, and therefore it is causing a lot of domestic violence in our areas.
The legislator added that gender-based violence can take many forms, including physical, sexual, emotional, and economic abuse.
Most of the men these days, in fact, they have given up in life, especially the village men, and yet the women expect these men to contribute to their families. And since I told you that financially women have been empowered, it has also resulted into a lot of issues, domestic violence in our areas. So all in all, there are many causes of domestic violence in our societies, especially in the district. But I want to urge all the women that when you marry, you are already one. And therefore, the head of the family, who is a husband, you should give him the respect that he deserves. And also the husband should give the respect to the wife she deserves. And everything in a family, they should sit together and plan as a family, so that they are at peace, so that they could share the challenges that are facing the family, and they drop priorities, which one to handle, which one to leave. And therefore, if we do all these things as families, I believe we are going to have no cases or no issues of domestic violence, and governance will also be very easy for all of us, the leaders at the various levels.
In Uganda, the 2019 National Policy on Eliminating Gender-Based Violence outlines several forms of abuse such as battering, slapping, beating, rape, defilement, incest, and female genital mutilation. According to the Uganda Police Force 2023 crime report, there were 15,184 reported domestic violence cases, with 10,792 victims being female adults and 3,243 being male adults. Additionally, a 2021 report by the Displacement Tracking Matrix reported 97 GBV cases against women and girls in a district in Uganda. Reports from Nebi Central Police Station indicate that gender-based violent cases are on the rise in rural areas like Kuchwin, Erusi, Achana, among others, with over 25 reported monthly.
Welcome back from that story, and we are still continuing with our NILE News Bulletin this evening. Gender-based violence cases in Kuchwin sub-county in Nebi district is increasing day by day, raising eyebrows of the elders in the sub-county. By the woman member of parliament representing Nebi district has urged different stakeholders by creating more awareness on GBV. Take a look.
As gender-based violence is a significant concern in Uganda, the increasing cases in Kuchwin sub-county Nebi district is no exception. During a community dialogue organized by elders in Kuchwin sub-county Nebi district on the 13th February 2025, Agnes Ashibu, Nebi district woman member of parliament, said it is essential to raise awareness about the vice and its many forms, the impact it has on individuals, families, and communities.
Gender-based violence is one of the things that is really destabilizing most of our families, especially in the district. And when we are talking about gender-based violence, there are many reasons. When we talk about financial empowerment, we see women during this regime are really financially empowered. And because of that, you find the men want to encroach onto the monies that are being worked for by these women, and they become very wise. Like when I talk about like the PDM that are being received by some of the women, some of these things have ended up even in breaking families, because the money that should have brought people together as a family, you find the person who receives it, either a husband or a wife, they tend to use them for personal gain, and therefore it is causing a lot of domestic violence in our areas.
The legislator added that gender-based violence can take many forms, including physical, sexual, emotional, and economic abuse.
Most of the men these days, in fact, they have given up in life, especially the village men, and yet the women expect these men to contribute to their families. And since I told you that financially women have been empowered, it has also resulted into a lot of issues, domestic violence in our areas. So all in all, there are many causes of domestic violence in our societies, especially in the district, but I want to urge all the women that when you marry, you are already one, and therefore the head of the family, who is a husband, you should give him the respect that he deserves, and also the husband should give the respect to the wife she deserves. And everything in a family, they should sit together and plan as a family so that they are at peace, so that they could share
adults and 3,243 being male adults. Additionally, a 2021 report by the Displacement Tracking Matrix reported 97 GBV cases against women and girls in a district in Uganda. Reports from Nebi Central Police Station indicate that gender-based violent cases are on the rise in rural areas like Kuchwin, Erusi, Achana, among others, with over 25 reported monthly.
Welcome back from that story, and moving Within Arua City, Makerere University School of Business, Arua campus celebrates the 2025 Freshers Party, which was accompanied by the handover of the first Mr. and Miss Mobs and the election of the new Mr. and Miss Mobs for the year 2025-2026 under the theme Beauty with Purpose. Take a look.
Makerere University School of Business Arua campus celebrates the 2025 Freshers Party, which was accompanied by the handover of the first Mr. and Miss Moobs and the election of the new Mr. and Miss Moobs for the year 2025 and 2026 under the theme Beauty with Purpose. A number of activities were carried out on this day, among which others include the fashion show, talent show, and football. However, students from other universities within Arua City were also part of the ceremony, which portrayed unity and togetherness among the stakeholders. Moro Roy stresses the newly voted Mr. Moobs his feelings about the day and what preparations he made prior in order to achieve the milestone.
Had to go through some hardships trying to come up with the creativity to present, hardship to identify what would outcompete my competitor. But I had faith in myself and I did the best I could to be where I am at now. And I would like to thank the people who helped me. One is my personal designer, that's Margaret James. She was all the way steps in. Then there were other friends who I will mention right now who are also supporting me in every step. So it was through a combination of efforts from my friends, from people who believed in me, and me myself believing in myself.
Okay. Meanwhile, Hope Sumaya, the newly crowned Miss Moobs 2025 and 2026, encourages the youths to love themselves and to have positive self-esteem.
On the issue of self-esteem, first of all, I would say believe in yourself. Be yourself, believe in yourself. Always feel I can do it. Always say to yourself, I can do it. I also never thought I would do it because, you know, people say queens are tiny, girls are that. No, my weight is okay. I'm very fine with my body. I'm very comfortable. I love it. And I feel if you're yourself, like be yourself, you will make it up in life. No matter hardship you go through, no matter what you go through, you will make it in life. Just believe in yourself. Believe that God is going to help you go through in this. And about issues of how I'm going to help the school with issues. Okay, I would say with my position, I'm going to be able to work with my staff, my school, that is the administrators, and other NGOs, including other people, on how to advertise the school.
Speaking to the newly shown in Mr. and Miss Moobs on 13th February 2025, Apamaku Godwin Chandia, the Prime Minister of Moobs Arua campus, encourages the elected leaders to work hard and liaise together with the rest of the students.
Basically, my message to the newly shown Mr. and Mrs. Moobs is just a short one, and just to encourage them that we should continue to work hard, hand in hand, so that we achieve whatever we have, because we already have also things that are in place. So that means we have to work hand in hand and in unity so that we achieve all this together. And also whatever that took place today, actually it is something that has been in culture as of new students or freshers. Whenever they join, we have what we call the orientation. So after the orientation, we have the freshers welcome party so that they have the culture here.
Saron Lalamu, the Assistant Dean of Students, in her remarks reminded the students of building useful connections.
It's an annual event that we organize to welcome the new students into the university environment, and so today we combined it with Mr. and Miss Moobs, and the theme today was beauty with purpose, and we are looking beyond the beauty. What else can these, I can call them our champions as Moobs or our ambassadors, what else can they do with the crown that they have got? And we are going to ensure that this continues And it's one of the ways of exposing our students. You heard that two of our students are going to represent us at the all university beauty pageant.
The students were encouraged to work in unity and develop their talents, balancing it with academics to have a better tomorrow. Charit, Vico and Kwezaru reporting for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
The public in Koboko have been urged to embrace education, which is one of the pillars of socio-economic transformation. And this call comes during the belated 39th edition of the NRM celebrations in Kumiri Ward, Kerry Town Council in Koboko Municipality, attracting thousands of party supporters. Oraku Benson Pastore has more of the details.
The general public in Koboko are asked to embrace education, which is one of the pillars of socio-economic transformation. This call came during the 39th edition of NRM Day celebration in Kakumuru Ward, Kerry Town Council in Koboko Municipality, attracting thousands of the party supporters, politicians, religious leaders, among others. Honorable Hajati Medina Nahamojale, Director for Finance and Administration NRM Party, emphasizes on the issue of education, and through the efforts of General NRM Secretary, Right Honorable Richard Dodong, the party extends 5 million support towards uplifting the standard of education in the district.
The Secretary General, on behalf of the NRM Party, has given Koboko District 5 million shillings. The schools, in the rural schools, we have been struggling with performance. I pray that you use this money to uplift those from the rural schools. Those, the 27, I'm told Koboko District had 27 first graders from the rural Koboko. Let us use this 5 million to help these young people. Honorable Ate has given them some mattresses. Let us see now what they lack, so that they are able to go back to school. If you also see that out of the 27, there is one who is bad off, please give the biggest share. This is my pledge, because the Secretary General gave this money in supporting education.
Similarly, Honorable Dr. Ate Sarifa Taban, Woman Member of Parliament, Koboko District, extends support to the best performers of the learners in 2024 PLE by offering scholastic materials such as mattresses and bags.
I want to thank the government for improving schools. Not all schools will be improved, because in Parliament we fight. We are 529. We fight for everything. Kila mtu anataka kitu yake. Patia mimi, give me this, give me that. I want this school. I want this for my district. I want that. So we fight. Imagine when the government has approved the budget of improving 50 schools. Where does the school go? Even Minister of Education is always confused. We are always fighting for things. So when we see the little improvements coming in our district, that means that your MPs have put effort. There's no one that will say I did it alone. It is a lie. My salary is like pouring water in an ocean, pouring water in a desert. So the little I get, I try to share it across. Because I said that I'll put on Mama's shoes, I will not use one leg to put it on, I will use two. I'm going to make sure that I take it up, whatever little that I feel will impact and develop the girl child in Koboko. Right there I have 67 mattresses and school bags and some blankets. I'm going to give all the girls in the whole district that passed primary living education a mattress each, and for all the girls, because we have to empower our girls.
Emi Mitala, Resident District Commissioner, Koboko District, thanked every stakeholder for organizing the colorful day.
I just want to thank the people who organized this function. First of all, I want to thank Chairman Mawa, because he called me and said, RDC, I know the day is coming. Please, I want this day in Kerry. But I don't decide this alone. The decision for where a function will go is political. So I went to the political head and told him, Chairman, Kerry wants the function. And Chairman said, no problem. So I want to thank you. But I want to thank the COC led by the Deputy RDC. Thank you for the work well done. And all your team.
The National Resistance Movement was founded as a liberation movement in 1986 and has registered genius achievements under the leadership of His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television Nilecast.
Thank you so much for watching West Nile Television, and with that story we have come to the end of our Nilecast news bulletin for this evening. My name is Mercy Draru, who has been the anchor for tonight, and from me to you, I want to wish you a very blessed evening. Today is Valentine's Day, and for those in love, please enjoy the rest of the evening, and let's take care, and let's be very careful. Ebola is still around, and we need to take precautions, and we take very good care of ourselves. And up next is the Kelele Show on West Nile Television, and if you want to follow us, get us all on our social handles and also on our website, that is www.westniletelevision.co.ug. And thank you so much. From me to you, have a blessed night.